Hello. Let's welcome back. We're making a little review and overview and to share what I think about the fleet carrier. So there it is, as you see on my screen, my lovely fleet carrier, which with the very amazing thing. So first about the look, I think it look okay. Of course, you can adjust the look with the livery thingy, but by default, well, ask you for docking. Thank you. There you go. It does look pretty nice. I mean, nothing too special or amazing, but it is what it's supposed to be. I guess a fleet carrier. You can carry ship and like have a mega ship, which is really pretty nice. Let's dock now. Perfect docking with a little scraping on the hull. Alright, let's go in. Here, service. So the menu is mainly like a station, but with a slightly different interface, but everything is there. Alright, let's have a look at the carrier management. Nice look in your carrier. For some reason, I sometimes see the pad where you landed on lighting up. Well, sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does stay here. Well, that's not really important. Summary. Well, they show you what you have and stuff. That's not really. Navigation. Tree jump reserve. The tree jump you need to jump. So the main thing you'll notice here is on the top right, the capacity. Well, the balance, the weekly upkeep, and the capacity. So the more stuff you buy on your carrier, the more capacity is gonna fill up. And I have a little issue with that actually. So let's go directly now to the commodity market here. Commodity trading. Manage market. So example, if you're there's a way for you to sell a lot of equipment. I mean to buy a lot of equipment from players. I mean you are buying, for example, low temperature daemon. I want to buy 2,000 lawnmower. It increases the capacity. So you'll say, well, I guess that's fine. But the problem is, at some point, you're gonna have a problem. I'm just gonna put it back to 500. Yeah, so it's going fast, too slow or too fast, just annoying a bit. Why not doing a nice interface to just like, you know, type it manually? Alright, the main thing is take the place the carrier services. By default you have the bridge crew, the commodity trading. I'm not sure why you have that by default, but hey. You also have the tritium depot, that people can actually deposit tritium in your ship. Like here, right here, if you have tritium in your cargo on your ship, you can give it to the carrier. Any player can do that, which can be nice if you have a friend. But I suppose usually people will not just give it away, because you can actually sell them at a good sell station for actually pretty decent money now. So, okay, refueling station. You have to buy that option, which, well, kind of dumb, because I don't know. I think every kind of station or mega ship or thing you can land on to actually refuel your ship without you buying it. But hey, they wanted you to use money and added more upkeep. So as you see, operational service active is gonna add 1.5 mil per week. Not too bad, but why do you have to buy it? Repair crew, okay, I get it. To buy that. Armory is fine because I guess you can make money out of it. People repairing and stuff. not repair. I mean, not repairing. I mean buying limpet, refueling like missile and stuff like that. Redemption office is like the contact for like combat bound stuff like that. Well, I don't see anybody using that, but I put it there anyway. The problem is you have like a 20% cutoff for it, so shipyard. I'm selling ship on there. Outfitting. I'm selling a few a few modules for mainly mining and universal cartographic. So when you have shipyard and outfitting, right here, those two icons, you can choose what to add on your ship. So right now, if I go to the ship, I took the basic explorer pack. So when I buy that pack, it doesn't give me a choice. Well, the only choice I have is the chair. Well, actually, no, not that one. You see chair 101, only one chair. So, well, we don't see other pack. I'm not in a system where I can edit those things here. But the Explorer pack give me like 3 Explorer, 3 ASP Explorer, for some reason 5 AXP Scout, 10 Diamondback Scout, and 3 Diamondback Explorer. So my problem is not the pack. The problem is that you cannot do anything manually. So now I'm stuck with ASP Scout, which is like the most terrible ship in the game. But I have to get it if I want on my ship to sell ASP Explorer and Diamondback Explorer, because I think that's a pretty nice addition. Like I can see like I'm mining somewhere out there and the guy needs to go somewhere real fast and have a carrier. I can just like loan the ship from me, or loan the ship, well, buy a ship and sell it back later. But you see down here, the capacity required, 6,380. It can start getting up fast because the Explorer pack is like one of the less capacity requirement. And of course, as you see, I go back to service, the shipyard takes a bit, outfitting take a bit too, everything takes some capacity. So only by using like the Explorer pack, which have like some basic ship, and not having other packs that would require way more capacity, I'm burning down already. So the place can be very limiting very fast. Let's have a look quick to my outfitting stock, which again you'll see why not be able to edit the pack. I mean, I don't mind selling it by pack, but at least let us adjust things, you know. For example, cargo rack. I think I remember which tier I got. At least the capacity is not too much, 4, 5, and 6. But if I go higher, I think I can only have 6, 7, and 8. I cannot like have up to 5 from 4, like maybe not. Yeah, 4 to 8. I cannot do that. Maybe I could with different pack, but I think you can only have like 1 pack per category. So the full management pack, same thing. I mean, why would I want a full? I don't want to sell full tank, but it's part of the pack, so I'm selling some full scoop. Capacity is not too bad, not too bad, but still they add up. Limpet, so oh there we go. Capacity is pretty bad, but the thing is, I mainly want like basic ship for maybe exploration or like mining, and also outfitting for any miners to have their gear to sell, to buy actually. So I need to get the limpet controller, which sell, yeah, limpet controller is pretty good. I got definitely all we need. Well, we get decontamination limpet, which we don't care. Full limpet, that could be useful just to have. Prospector, yeah, this is great. But recon and repair, well, repair if you want, but actually don't really want that. At least I don't want for what I want to do. So there's no way for me to remove like 2 or 3 of these, lower my capacity. So if I go to mining tool, well, they give like all the kind of weaponry, including mining laser. But the problem is when I go to mining utility, So they're selling the Pulpwise scanner, but the thing is, to have the A grade, you need to go way up high in class, but I don't want to because I don't get exactly what I want for the other stock. Because I don't want to have available at class 8 refinery, you know? So, well, I guess that's fine. They'll see the C grade pulsanions are still like usable. But that's a problem here. You see, prospectral impact controller. Yeah, it's great. They sell prospectral impact. But hey, look here. Selling them in 2 per pack, so well, what can you do? Maybe eventually they'll allow us to edit that. But well, thruster is nice, and took a pack to sell some grade A thruster. Well, at least the basic. So I don't have that much choice of buying, like we'll see, like especially not another ship. And my capacity is that high, so if I wanted to sell like an Anaconda, something like that, I will be to the max. That means I won't be able to store anything, because you can actually store equipment. If I go to the menu number 4, I have the option to transfer. So I can go left and right. So quantity on the right saying that the thing is on my carrier, on the left that's on my ship. So that's pretty nice. So example, I transfer all the limpet to my carrier, transfer all to carrier. But the thing is, transfer all to ship is not available. It's not available because the game just wants to transfer everything, not up to what it can do. So if I have to do that manually, it's very fun. Well, I'm just gonna cancel the modification because it's gonna take forever. So yeah, I'm holding a decent amount of material, a few temperature low LTD and a good 20 of tritium. We're able to jump. So yeah, the use for the carrier, that's my issue also. It's not really like a gameplay element that bring out gameplay. It's more like a tool, like an extra ship. So the carrier for me have to function. Store all my equipment, and I can jump whenever I want. Also, it's make me like kind of lazy, because if I need to go kind of far, I'm not even taking my Anaconda, my XP or DBX anymore. I just like jump the carrier with me on it. And it's just the best tool ever you can have if you want to mine. Because, well, you're next to the ring, you mine, transfer, and transfer. So mining with my Corvette goes pretty good, because I don't need to do anything for jump range. I just need to do back and forth, and eventually, well, I just jump the carrier and go sell out in bunk. And that's great for that. But so basically just helping you the thing you already do. You have no new gameplay elements, so that's a problem. And what I think is the carrier got in the game way too late, because the thing is, when they got released, there's more people than you realize that have more than 5 billion credit. So Galaxy map here, you might recognize this area, the rehab for the LTD. I'll just go in one system here. All of these are fleet carrier. Mining. I'll go to another system like this one. Well, I don't view on this the view on this one, so full. Or nearly full, please. All the systems around are nearly full, because this system is full, nobody can jump again here until somebody leaves. So there's a lot of fleet carrier around this area, and I'm sure there's a lot in other area. Because right now some people are mining painite, and most likely the system here. Also I'm sure some people are lying around in Sodas. And even over there, You know where you get the garden equipment. Have a look. Oh yeah, there's actually quite a few fleet carrier lying around here. So you see, with these specific location, there's already a lot of fleet carrier. So it's not like an accomplishment anymore. Well, for new player it is, but for older players, it's like, oh, we have the money. It's just a money thing. It's just a tool to do our stuff easier, to be more lazy, technically. It just make older player more lazy. Well, it's useful also, I guess, to help older player. I mean, older player, new player, like you know, lifting them stuff. Pretty can it be fun, I guess, especially for the mining because when you leave the area, a lot of player doesn't have a carrier. Are usually like newer player. They want you to lift them, but that's the problem bit because they want to live because if you can cook carrier management market, I'm gonna go again to my low temperature diamond. The maximum buy price you cannot a bit higher, and oh yeah, the main problem. Well, I think it's a problem. At the same time, I think it's on purpose. I'll explain you why after. I think it's on purpose. By default, 100%. So it's not any faster than that. So you have to hold the button for like a good 2 minutes or maybe 5 minutes. Take forever. So the galactic average is well, not that high, but in system right now it could sell to 1.6 to 1.7 million. So if you could put like, if I could put like, you know, the sell price to 1 million or a bit more, it would be nice because player without a carrier could be tempted to sell to player like me or other player that put it even higher. But now they're just like turn the price so they're getting rip off. But I think I get the idea why they did that and why they did it so slow to go back and forth. Because community, it's like a player-oriented market. So you have a new friend that you want to give him money, but the carrier is not possible because, for example, you have let's take something cheaper like Pay Night. The base price is cheaper. The guy's rather new, almost had no money, so you tell him, wait a minute, you're gonna tell him like, buy my Pay Night. So you're gonna put your selling price to the minimum, so it's gonna buy like I don't know how many unit, as much as unit he can take of Pay Night for the cheapest possible. It's gonna cost him nearly nothing, and then you change your setting that you're buying it and put the maximum price. So that way, you kinda in a way giving him money. I suppose that's the reason they put a limit on the maximum price, and also why they made it so slow to go back and forth, because it will discourage players to actually try to do that. But that's kind of stupid in a way because it's possible anyway when people would do it. You're just like being stupid because it took me like 5 minutes to reach like 1000% and I can go higher. Well, I guess we have to accept this and live with it. Oh, at least it was better because back then in budget, if I want to give money to my fleet carrier, it was way slower back then. I would still be at 1 million, but now I can actually write a number. So, perfect. At least they did improve one aspect. Oh yeah, I think that's give a good tour of it. So, if you want one, at least be sure that you have at least maybe 6 billion or more, because the base price 6 billion, 5 billion the base price. So if you want to buy option and not be just the basic stuff, and also if you don't have time to make a lot of money, well, you better have more than 5 billion. Sorry. Basically, because if I go to the budget here, well, my activity 25.5 million per week. So yeah, if you have only the carrier, 5 billion per week. But now with a lot of stuff, the more you jump and everything, it can scale up a little bit. So you better have some money in spare. The upkeep is not as bad as I thought it would be, but still an upkeep, so be sure to have your money. So that's mainly it. That's mainly my opinion and my little personal review of the fleet carrier. It's nice and everything, but I really hope it was more, because we're lacking like tools for it, you know. Like it would be nice to have inking tool to see like player market and stuff like that, other than relying on outside website like Inara. Because you have player market, but nobody can know what you're selling in your ship, or have no way to find it. We're just hoping people are checking Inara often and stuff, and being range of your ship. So they need. I hope they need improving. They will improve on that and maybe make something more fun with the carrier. All right, thanks for watching. See you up there.